Hello. No videos with stuff on stuff with stuff. No, don't bother. Good morning, everybody. Hey, my name is Osa. It is Saturday, February 18th, 2023. And we are streaming Farming Simulator 22 on Maypole Farm. And I've just wandered down to the farm, 8 o'clock in the morning. I've actually done a little bit of spraying this morning before breakfast of other people's land. So I think when we left off it was still March, and there were a ton of fertilization contracts. When I actually got round to selecting them, there was 3 left. So I did those and went to sleep, woke up on April 1st or April 1, and we now have, where on earth is my sprayer? Where is my sprayer? Must be at the other yard. Okay. Yes, so when we actually got up this morning, there were a ton of herbicide contracts. So I did those. And we are now good for early morning contracts. I'll probably, if there are any, do some more contracts later in the day. But really for right now, we have a grass field that needs to be cut. We need to find our Deutz and sprayer, and we need to get some work started because there is some grass to be cut, some fields to be planted, and probably some other things to do. And there's the Deutz. Yes, we had teenage Osa had a bunch of her friends round last night, and they started going home just as I'd finished all the spraying work, and so I had to go and play a game with the ones that parents hadn't arrived yet for. That's a lot of stuff there. Well, it is what it is. We have grass to mow. So I've also I did spread some manure on some fertilization contracts using this tractor, and in spite of the fact our nice big manure spreader doesn't need a lot of horsepower, it needs more than this thing has. So I have spent 66,000 fully upgrading the horsepower on this, and it's still not enough for the manure spreader. Didn't want to do that. Let's connect the thing at the back so that the tractor connect the thing at the front. Okay. It is, however, wholly capable of running this mower set, and then some. We have now about 400 and something horsepower in this. And this field is ready to be cut. So as you can see, much less manure. And there seems to be a Santa Claus around here somewhere. Oh yeah. So that's all ready. Turn this on. I'll hook the baler to the back of this. I was actually thinking about using the planter on this, but I think we're good. And because that mower has a rower on the back, we don't need the rake, and we also don't need the batwing. So the mowing task will be very, very quick. today. So yes, demonstrate the, we still have the huge giant roller, we have a corn header, we have a weeder. Don't need any of those. Our stuff, the manure spreader, needs 260 horsepower. Go back to there. Our large tractor is now running 458. Still can't apply manure when it's going uphill. It can, however, climb up that hill there without much trouble. So we can cope with the weight, or we can cope with the power requirements for the manure spreader. What we can't do is do them all at the same time. Turn that off, go back one. So this needs to go back to the yard. We have herbicide in it. That's the other thing I've noticed. So the contracts do get chewed up very, very quickly. It seems that most farmers are lazy when it comes to cutting the grass, but for all other contracts, they just go quickly. So that might present itself as a little bit of a problem if we want to make money. Now, because I started some contracts this morning, today is contract day. Actually, swing this over here and we'll back up, because this thing seems to unload on the right. So we'll back it up to the liquid tank. There we go. And I do have a new keyboard, so I shouldn't have problems with things not happening or me having to hammer on keys for an hour until it actually takes effect. But it is a mechanical keyboard, so it might be a little bit clicky. But wired keyboard, not going to have Wi-Fi problems with it. I do have a mouse on order, unfortunately. I didn't pay attention when I ordered it. That's coming in from China, so it's still in China. It's supposed to be here by Tuesday. Well, it was supposed to be here sometime between Friday and Tuesday. Tuesday looks like it's going to be the day it's supposed to arrive. And the keyboard does have a USB port, so I can plug the mouse into the keyboard rather than having cables running down the back of the desk and goodness knows how far away. Okay, how much gas do we have? Lots. Good. And we need some seed in this. Not sure if I have any. We shall find out. Now, what else is going on? There we go, that's open. Oh, we do have seed, that's nice. Close the hatch and push the button. We are planting soybeans today. Well, I'm not planting soybeans today. Worker is planting soybeans today. I'm cutting the grass, at least for this morning. So yes, I did discover what the problem is with the mouse. My middle mouse button is not working. The wheel's working, So I can do this. But the button itself doesn't work, which is why I can't rotate pallets that have fallen over or stuff like that using super strength. I can't pick them up and flip them around so that they'll unload properly where I've put them. So definitely need a new mouse. That will be happening hopefully sometime this week. We could go that way. I think I'm going to prefer going up the field. Overturn the hitch on this. And I do want a new seeder at some point, but currently this is doing okay for what we have. I mean, it's not like I've got too many fields to be planted that the seeder doesn't. I just don't have the time to do it. And we will pull up to there and say go. Go. Please go. Thank you. Now that is showing nitrogen because this seeder is capable of holding a seed tank. However, it doesn't have one, so no big deal there. Anyway, let's engine on. Lower the collector. Let's check the bale size is 180. So I want to turn that on and follow. And we're still not producing any milk, which is a bit of a disappointment, but I'll figure that out eventually. Okay, need to do that. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's press the 10 with conditioner. Yes. And then go to the rear mower. With conditioner. Unfold. Select wide spreading. I do not want wide spreading. I want swath dropping. Goody goody. Lower it. And we'll turn that on too. Now, okay. And we'll chop up the thing. GPS on, auto width on, set A with a heading of 0, back, Alt X, and we are set. So let us mow this field. We can see that the yield is, it's about the same as it was last time. So we added nitrogen to this field and it really hasn't made a significant difference with what we're actually producing. Okay, we will have to come back with the baler at some point and tidy up the turns we're making, because they are far too severe for the baler to follow us. But the good news is I don't have to worry about stopping and starting the baler. Alrighty, that's Captain Zank, good morning and welcome to Saturday stream. I am sadly still suffering from a cold which has been going on since last Sunday. So I needed to drink lots, take lots of cough drops, and do all of that sort of fun stuff. So I might need to take some semi-infrequent breaks during the stream to grab more medication. But apart from that, I am doing absolutely fine. We did have snow on, when was it? Thursday afternoon through the night. And it was only a light dusting. The problem was the temperatures just plummeted from 40 to 20. And we did get ice rain and all the rest of it. So driving conditions were interesting. Okay. We need to slow down because I seem to have lost a Massey Ferguson. He's over there. Let us gonna drop the speed limit or the cruise control to about 9 miles an hour. That's generally okay for a round baler. Our round baler should do quite well because we're making the biggest bales, so it's dropping them fairly infrequently. That said, we're producing a large swath of grass which is going to fill up the baler quite quickly. The Deutz is still planting soybeans nicely, so no problems there. How fast is the Massey going? He's stopped. Does it not say how fast they're going? Well, that's disappointing. Oh yeah, 17 kilometres now. So the Massey's doing 17 to catch up, but then he has to stop when he's unloading. And you can see he is loading quite quickly. So swing that round here, run all the way down to the bottom again. And we'll start making rows using the GPS. And of course the other thing about doing it this way is we're not getting the Massey caught up in the edge of the field. We are getting a little bit extra from the grass along the outside of the defined field area. That's fine. And yeah. So this is all working out quite nicely. Obviously, I'm probably going to save most of this grass for selling next December. We're not going to make any use of it. We do not need whatever it is. We do not need grass silage for our cows. Although that said, I do now have the animal food mixture thing loaded, so I can pull up a screen to remind myself. A little bit concerned at the moment. The cow food is now down to 50%. That might end up as a little bit of a problem for us at some point. Maybe. Can I get this turned around in here? Not. Pull that back onto the row. So yeah, Control Shift F brings up this, which tells me all the stuff that the cows will eat, and the sheep will eat, and the pigs will eat. So that's all good to know. Should I do another headland at each end before? Maybe. Front mower's out. Back mower is out. And missed a bit there. So yes, I probably do need to run another headland. That's fine. Baler is doing nice still. And as I said, we're going to have to tidy up bits that the baler's missed because it just doesn't follow the corners. In fact, the rear mowers don't follow the front mower. It's a little bit sad. We do not have any mower set that I'm aware of. There may be a mod version that you can hitch the butterfly and the single off of one PTO. Used to be a thing you could do in Farm Sim 17 with the Valtras, the big Valtra, the Valtra S, with the reversible drive. You flipped everything round, mount all the mowers on the back. You could even run a windrower on the front, or, because we didn't have any swathing mowers except for the Big M, you could run a windrower or a tedder on the front and drive the tractor backwards. And that was absolutely great for doing a power mow. And because the butterfly and the single were close together, you didn't get much in the way of a missed bit of grass down the middle when you were making a turn. And slam the brakes on. Keep going. Keep going. Go. Go, go, go. Oh. Come on. You can do it. Yay. Alrighty. That mostly worked. Get back on cruise control. I think maybe actually I'm going to power drive up the hill so I can get back onto the rows without the baler being in the way when we turn around at the end here. Whee! And there we go. Okay, so we can turn the help screen off because I don't need that up and running. And see what we can see, I guess. And again, I didn't make note of the number of bales we've made, nor we've made 9 so far, nor reset the bale counter because I just not something I'm in the habit of. Oh, he's caught up a bit. Should I kick it up to 10 miles an hour? Yeah, maybe. Let's go 12. If we run at 12 for a bit, we'll be able to gauge whether we're leaving the Massey behind or not. Again, I'm going to want a clear turn at the end here, so we will race ahead. And go. So Massey should be fine doing that. That bit, miss that bit, swing it about. And turn in on the GPS. Yay. Okay, so now we should be absolutely fine. Let's go back to cruise control. Drop it down to 10 for a minute while the Massey Ferguson finishes that end, catches up to us. I mean, one of the things Virtual Farmer brought it up this week is that you tend not to bale the ends because those bales can get in the way of turning around, and we can see that's going to be an issue at the end of this row, potentially an issue. We might get lucky with that second bale up in front of us. So we're going to get Go Veal, grass equipment, effectively baler, square baler, round bale wrapper, stationary wrapper, wrapper that goes on your front forks, all the things. So that should be a little bit fun, I guess. We have had a static baler in the past of that brand as a mod, and it was able to bale, wrap pretty much everything. You wrap grass, you make silage. You could wrap hay, you could wrap manure, you could wrap wood chips, just pretty much everything. Back in Farm Sim 17, I did give it a go on law folds, but I suffered from a major mod conflict and it just didn't really work out for me, so I unloaded it. But no, it was available at the time. I think someone made an attempt in 19 to include one, and again I didn't bother, just because I didn't see a use for it in my farm. I mean, typically you place that, it's the LT Master, you place that somewhere convenient and bring your bales to it, much like you're supposed to do with the Anderson. There's also a static wrapper, what do they call it? Autonomous. Basically, it's got a little diesel engine in it, so it can wrap without being attached to a tractor, much like our Anderson. So you can just wrap, you bring bales to it, you wrap them, unload, move them away. It's